This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will... Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated on this Monday afternoon, coming towards the end of January 2026. I hope you all had a good weekend, and I hope that you are all doing well heading into this new week. What I've got coming up for you today is we're going to do another video today on my own personal YouTube channel. I think it's been a while, at least a week, since we put any videos out on YouTube, so I think we will rectify that this week by taking a look at another Classic Watch 26 Possible, this time the first one from 2026 Possible list that is based in Japan. But before we take a look at the horse, where can people find the horses up to this date? classicwatch2026.great/site.net is where people will be able to find the website currently, Classic Watch 2026, ahead of the next batch of classics, which will be in Australia or South Africa around February time. You'll see there we've got the Australian trained horses, the New Zealand trained horses, and the South African trained horses, all primed to go on the site, as well as a very early roll of honour, taking a look at the horses that are already on the site as well. The site has already taken out 2 classics this year in Australia, courtesy of Ole Dancer and Observer. So the site is going okay so far, but there's still plenty more European action to be added along the lines of the 3 theatres that you see from the Southern Hemisphere: Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. Classic Watch 2026.great/site.net. There is also my Patreon channel. Don't forget the Patreon channel, Newman Racing, Patreon is called. There is some free content there. There's also some paid content there, and it gives people a chance to support me as well through the Classic Watch journey, if they so declare. So that is a Patreon, Newman Racing over at Patreon. Right, I think we can get started now by taking a look at this horse now. That is the first Classic Watch 26 Japanese Possible. And the horse in question is Festival Hill. Festival Hill is a filly sired by Saturnalia out of a dam called Museum Hill, who herself was sired by Heart's Cry. The horse is owned by Katsumi Yoshida and trained by Hirofumi Shi. Horse is bred by Northern Farm and currently has earnings of 44.79 million Japanese yen at the moment. You'll see the race record there, 2 wins out of 3 starts. Currently, the horse managed to win first time out at Hanshin on the 22nd of June before finishing 3rd in August 2025 in the Group 3 Niigata Nisai. The horse then came out on what proved to be his last 2-year-old start on the 1st of November 2026 and took out the Group 3 KBS Kyoto Show Fantasy Stakes, a race over 7 furlongs, 1,400 metres on the turf of Kyoto. So this horse has done very little wrong so far. It's managed to win first time out, and already after 3 starts of his career, the horse is a Group 3 winner. So safe to say her form is doing okay. I know people like to take a look at these things on the Racing Post. Not much to tell you really about the form. The form was given away a rating of 88, where the horse was 3rd of 10, beaten 4 lengths by Realised Sirius. And then they chose not to rate the race that she won, the 7 furlong race at Kyoto, where she managed to beat Shonan Sharis by a neck on the 1st of November. So 88 is the best Racing Post rating that the horse has been allocated so far. It missed. They don't follow first time out Japanese racing on the Racing Post. The horse has actually ran 3 times and won twice and finished 3rd once. Very interesting horse this, it's fair to say. Festival Hill. We take a look at the horse on the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. You will see that everything is up to date there. 3 starts, 2 wins and a show. Oh, everything's not up to date. They haven't updated the earnings. The earnings are wrong on this site. The earnings are correct on this site, 0.79 million. You'll see they've told us that she's won the fantasy stage, but they've not updated their career earnings as of yet on the Pedigree online thoroughbred database. People will see that Festival Hill is dam line 4D. We will be able to take a look at that at some later point to see where we fit in to that on the historical site. This one really is a video where I don't have to bang on too much about the pedigree on this one, because I picked this horse because it's a nice, quick and easy one to do. It's related to horses that we've previously identified, so I can just link videos as cards into this video to save me banging on about the pedigree as much. What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the dam of the horse, Museum Hill. Then we're going to take a look at the relatives of the horse as well. At some point, we're going to take a look at the relatives of the horse, and the relative of the horse that I can put the video into, and then I will insert the video. We'll have a quick look at then on some historical clues, see what we can find, and then we will watch the horse Festival Hill win twice. We will watch the horse win on its opening start, a newcomers race at Hanshin, and we will see the horse win the Group 3 Fantasy Stakes as well, which is held at Kyoto. We will take a look at that race as well. Right, without further ado, let's get cracking then, shall we? We'll take a look at the dam, Museum Hill. Museum Hill was a dam born in 2015, sired by Heart's Cry out of a dam called Loretto Chapel. Museum Hill raced 7 times in her career, 2 wins and 5 places. Never out of the first 2 in her first 7 starts, for career earnings of 37,946,000 yen. People see Museum Hill was another one owned by Katsumi Yoshida and bred by Northern Farm. No black type form, unfortunately, for the dam of the horse, Museum Hill, although she did run well at her own level, according to this. The horse in question that she is related to, Festival Hill, is this horse here, Museum Mile. Museum Mile, a classic winner on Classic Watch 2025. A colt born in 2022, sired by Leontes, also out of Museum Hill. So this is a half-brother to our filly in Classic Watch 2026. Museum Mile was raced 10 times in his career, 5 wins, 2 seconds and a third. 8 out of 10 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 961,799,000 Japanese yen. This horse nearly a racing billionaire out in Japan. At 2, the horse won a open race, I think an allowance race, the Kigiku Show, and he was also second in the Asahi High Futurity Stakes, a Group 1 race at Kyoto. But it was last year at 3 that the horse really did come into his own, winning the Satsuki Show, the Japanese 2,000 guineas at Nakayama. The horse also won the Saint Light Kinen, a Group 2 race over 2,200 metres, also at Nakayama. And the horse also won the Grand Prix, the Arima Kinen, over 2,500 metres at Nakayama. The horse was also second in the Tenno Show Autumn, a Group 1 race held over 2,000 metres at Tokyo. The horse trained by Daisuke Tagayanaki may next year be a year of further progress. Updated after the horse won the Grand Prix on the 29th of December 2025. So not only is this horse a classic winner out in Japan, it has also managed to win a Group 1 race against the elder horses as a 3-year-old, which, in my limited knowledge of Japanese racing, I do not think that is an easy thing to do. So, like I said, we covered Museum Mile on a Classic Watch 2025 video. So, in order to save me banging on about the pedigree too much, all we can do is we can just insert a card here looking at Museum Mile, which I will do now. And that will enable everybody to take a look at the Museum Mile pedigree and not really let us bang on too much about this pedigree here in this video. We'll take a look. We can take a look at it on the historical pedigree 4D. If people go back far enough in the pedigree of Festival Hill, the 5th dam is called Roycon. The 10th dam is foaled in 1932. A filly called Carrick Shaw. And people will see that Carrick Shaw has her own section here, foaled in 1932. sired by Kirk Alloway. There's other sections there. Got Irish Derby winner of 1950, Dark Warrior is on the line. Oaks and Irish winner of 1981, Blue Wind is also on the line. The 2002 Great British St Leger winner, Bolin Eric, sired by Sharmit, is also quite closely related to this horse, Museum Mile. But we take a proper look at the pedigree in the video I've just shared. But yeah, there are classic winners historically on this site, on this dam line that Museum Mile has added to last year in 2025. Other places where people could get clues is by buying a privately published book, Lineage of Thoroughbred, a book written by Dr. Shigeru Hotta, who is a Japanese vet. The website is also available in Japanese. Dr. Hotta is a Japanese veterinarian, so studying the pedigree and breeding of thoroughbred in light of science, especially genetics. From such a viewpoint, he would like to have discussions about the breeding with the world's horse persons and therefore have privately published a book entitled Lineage of Thoroughbred. This is written in both Japanese and English. Unfortunately, the third edition of the book is no longer for sale, but the fourth edition of the book is out in Japan and will be issued in around this time in English. The Japanese version was issued in October, so the final translation is in progress from Japanese to English. What you get with this book is you get 4 chapters of science. Chapter 1, Importance of Dam Lineage. Chapter 2, Risk of Inbreeding. Chapter 3, Need for Scientific Education. And Chapter 4, Potential of the Unknown Gene, a gene so unknown that I probably managed to pick 100 winners, about probably 80 winners on Classic Watch 2025 of flat pattern races, and I know nothing about that potential of unknown gene last year on Classic Watch 25. And what I will also get, what does interest me, is you also get tree diagrams of the dam lineage, covering all the winners of Group 1 races held until the end of 2020, which were foaled in either 2001, that is in book 2, that is in book 3, foaled in this century. What you get on this site, hotpedigree.com/lineage, is you get a list of horses from 2022 onwards. From the very first pattern race Group 1 winner of 2022 on New Year's Day, Entriviere, the winner of the Railway Stakes in New Zealand, I'm going to say that is, to the up-to-date ones of Kai Ying Rising and Romantic Warrior doing the business in Hong Kong again on January the 25th of this year. This man misses absolutely nothing, it's fair to say, and this resource really is invaluable, in my opinion. Shigeru Hotta is available via email on this website. People can contact him via email to start discussions about purchasing the book. Or Dr. Hotta is also available on Twitter at Hotta_Shigeru. Shigeru Hotta, DVM, author of the book Lineage of Thoroughbred. Head to hotpedigree.com/lineage for more ways of how to contact Dr. Hotta to arrange purchase of his book. Right, what we can do now is I think we can take a look at the Museum Miles diagram of that. Here is Museum Miles diagram. According to Dr. Shigeru Hotta, you'll see there that it's related to another Group 1 winner in Japan raced a year ago, Savinia, and it is also related to Wilco, a horse that won at the Breeders' Cup in 2002. So 3 Group 1 winners quite recently in the last 20 years on this little section between Carrickshaw and the current day. Obviously, there's other dams as well, Dunedin, and they're all Carrickshaw's old younger sisters at the bottom there. Look, Dunure is out of Carrickshaw, and then further down, people can go back further as well, back further through the dams to pick up other odd horses around the end of the pedigree. Yep, hotpedigree.com/lineage for Dr. Shigeru Hotta's book. All right, what we can do now is I think we can close a few tabs down now to save on CPU with a view to watching the horse win a couple of races, Museum Mile. This can be quite tricky to set up, so what I will do, you don't see any bodges in the video, is I will pause the video quickly and then I will line up the first race, which is the Newcomers race, which Festival Hill won, and we will have a look at that, and then we will see what we think. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yes, we should be ready now to take a quick look. I'll take a look as long as it takes, really, at the newcomers race won by Festival Hill out in Japan. We've got to do a little bit of a scene changing in the background at the moment, so that is what's going on at the moment. We should now be able to watch the newcomers race and see what we think.
新種馬コントレイル3区バースデーフライトゲートに入ります。10頭デビュー戦スタートしました。好打者は内から1番タガノアバンドーネです。9番のフェスティバルヒルは序盤は中段から1番タガノアバンドーネがまず出伺いますが、並んでいった8番クールデイトナ、その内から2番チェリベント、このグループに4番エコロボルト、先団4頭で9番のフェスティバルヒルが5番手まで上がってきました。1馬身差、6番アルバンヌが中段を進みます。外回りコースに入っています。あと2馬身離れて10番バースデーフライト、後方から4頭目、外を通って7番エバーグレイト、そのうちに5番の久保様、後方から2頭目、最後方3番オーロラボレアリス。スタートしての 1000m を通過、600は36秒3です。スタートして600を通過です。失礼、スタートして600を通過しています。1番タガノアバンドーネが先頭で、リードは体半分ぐらい。2番のチェリベントが差がなく2番手800を切ります。外を通って8番クールデイトナ、先団3頭ほとんど差がありません。2馬身離れて6番のアルバンヌ、このグループに外を通って9番フェスティバルヒルは先頭まで3馬身から4馬身のところ外を回っています。そのうちに4番のエコロボルト3頭固まって600を切りました。あとは7番エバーグレイト、10番バースデーフライト、4コーナーのカーブ、5番の久保様、最後方3番オーロラボレアリス、直線に向いています。先頭今度は2番のチェリベント、内から1番タガノアバンドーネ、その外からは8番クールデイトナ、10番フェスティバルヒル4頭並んでいる。内から2頭目6番アルバンヌ、5頭の争いになったが、外から9番フェスティバルヒル200を切って先頭か。内粘る6番のアルバンヌ、9番フェスティバルヒル2頭の争い、真ん中8番のクールデイトナ、先頭は9番のフェスティバルヒルだ。フェスティバルヒルデビュー勝ち、ゴールイン。2番手6番のアルバンヌ、3番手外10番のバースデーフライト、そのうち8番のクールデイトナです。9番フェスティバルヒルデビュー勝ち、酒井隆成騎手です。
I thought that was a very good performance from the horse there, Festival Hill. It's fair to say. Let me just get myself back on screen. There we go. Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting performance on the day from Festival Hill. I thought the horse won quite well. You saw there, the horse loomed up, didn't it? You saw it there in the Yoshida colours, travelling very well, approaching the closing stages of the race. And then once the filly was asked to win the race, I thought she went about her business quite well, it's fair to say there, putting the race to bed and gaining that much important, in my view anyway, debut victory. Taking a look at the horse form there, the horse then went to in August to the Group 3 Niigata Nisai Stakes on the 24th of August, where the horse went off the third favourite and finished third, gaining its first Group 3 placing of the season. The horse was then kept to Group 3 level and dropped a furlong to 7 furlongs on the 1st of November to contest another Group 3 race, the Fantasy Stakes, again held at Kyoto, the first time the horse had raced there. The horse went off favourite for that race, not surprising really, considering that she'd already been placed at the grade. And let's take a look at the Fantasy Stakes now and see what we think, shall we? Again, I will have to do a little bit of a scene changing to enable us to watch the race, but the last one went quite smoothly, so I can't see why this one wouldn't either. The Fantasy Stakes, and then if we go to that, the race should be there. I'm getting quite proficient, it's fair to say, at things like this now. So without further ado, let's watch the Group 3 race, Fantasy Stakes, and see what we think.
物語はここ京都から始まります。12番の白縫収まりました。スタートしました。 好ダッシュは12番の白縫、間からは4番マーブルパレス、1番ポペットは後ろからです。4番マーブルパレスが出ていきました。あとは並んで9番メイプルハッピー、10番フルールジェンヌ、3頭の先行争いです。そこから2馬身離れて12番白縫、6番ベレーバスク、インコースを通って3番ナオミライトニング、5番のブラックチャリスもこのグループ、あとは2番のフェスティバルヒルが中段になって6番ベレーバスクが1列下げました。外回りコース坂の上りに入っています。その外を通って8番の湘南カリスが追走、フェスティバルヒルが若干位置が下がって7番の名称八景、坂の上りから下りに入ります。800切りました。35秒2での通過です。そこから5馬身離れて後ろから2頭目1番ポペット、最後方から11番アンヘリータス、坂を下りながら3、4コーナー中間を目指します。4番マーブルパレス、10番フルールジェンヌ、この2頭が並んで600切りました。12番の白縫3番手の外目、あとは内を通って5番のブラックチャリス、並んで9番メイプルハッピー、4コーナーのカーブ、その後ろ3番のナオミライトニング、2番フェスティバルヒル、直線の攻防は先頭4番マーブルパレスに外から並んでいった10番フルールジェンヌ、内を通って5番のブラックチャリス、3頭の追い比べ、その後ろから3番のナオミライトニング、2番のフェスティバルヒル、大外からは8番の湘南カリス、6番ベレーバスク、激戦になった名称八景も追い込んできた。先頭は2番のフェスティバルヒルか名称八景、湘南カリス、接戦になってゴールイン。2番のフェスティバルヒルか8番の湘南カリスか、外7番名称八景か。
Again, a very interesting performance there, I feel, from Festival Hill on the day. It was clear to me there that they just got away with the drop back to 7 furlongs. I think she wasn't as handy coming into the straight as she was in her newcomers race over a mile. And I think that was a good ride, managing to thread her through in the closing stages to really join the head of the race. With not very much room to spare at all there, was there really? Less than probably 100 yards to the end. The horse had got to the front. I mean, I would be very surprised if we saw that horse race over 7 furlongs again. I would say that looking at these two races that we've looked at, would be the minimum trip that the horse would want. The horse managed to win a Guineas last year. The line managed to win the Colts Guineas this year and run in the Derby and beat older horses. What will the line manage to do in Classic Watch 2026 with Festival Hill? Is she a classic horse? Well, I would rather she would be winning her pattern races over a mile. She has got a bit to find on distance relating to some of them, but she is a Group 3 2-year-old winner. Museum Mile never won a pattern race at 2. Was placed in the big Group 1 race at 2. But this horse is a pattern race winner where her older brother wasn't at 2. So it remains to be seen, really, whether Festival Hill will make up into a classic horse. If she does, expect to see her on Classic Watch 2026.great/night.sites.net at some point. Right, I think I can think about ending this video here now. A nice short one for you all today. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video as much as I have enjoyed making it. What I will do is I will leave you a copy to all the playlist for the Classic Watch 26 Possibles on the YouTube channel. That way you'll be able to go through all the Classic Watch 26 Possibles at your leisure on my YouTube channel. And another thing I can do is allow you all an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. You know, I'll leave that as well. That way you will not miss any more of my content moving forward. It doesn't help me at all, people subscribing to the channel. It's just so you do not miss any more of my content moving forward. If you enable your notifications correctly, YouTube will tell you every time I upload a video, and then it's up to you whether you choose to watch it or not. Simple as that, really. But for now, I will definitely leave this video here. Like I said, thank you very much to everybody who has taken the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Upcoming. Enjoy your week. Look after yourself and your loved ones as well. Take care, everybody. And I will hope to be back shortly, either on YouTube or Patreon, with some more content. But for now, take care, everybody, and goodbye.